You're in 2012 playing dog in the bone with your friends. Fast forward to 2020, you're on your computer in your room playing Among Us. How much has changed, really?
Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of Cooked, where we'll be talking about video games. So I think starting off, as kids, we've all played games. I mean, physical games, just going outside, go to the park, playing dog in the bone, playing hopscotch. That's very, I think, nostalgic for us. I mean, what about you guys? Do you guys want to, share some memorable games that you guys played back in 2015, 2016?
Okay,
Yeah.
so for that, I really wanted to go back, way back. So I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of, Tetris and Snake and
Yeah.
Pong and yeah. So actually, the first game I think that came out, no, not the first, but one of the first games that came out was Pong. You guys know that, right? The part where you have two paddles and there's a ball in the middle. It's basically table tennis. But basically it came out on arcade machines. So yeah, that was some of the oldest technology, like the arcade machines. And yeah, so Pong got really popular. Yeah, the company name that created Pong is called Atari. So I'm sure you've heard of Nintendo, right?
I mean, Nintendo Switches were pretty popular. So.
Okay, yeah. So Atari actually started off the game industry, I guess, with that Pong game. It got really popular, and then you had Space Invaders, and then you got Pac-Man. Speaking of Pac-Man, actually, Pac-Man turns 42 this month.
42? Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. And I believe it's May. Yeah, exactly. I believe it's May 22nd. I don't remember.
That's pretty close. That's
9 days. 9 days, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
So with games like Pac-Man and Space Invaders, they all came out on arcade machines. So basically, Atari was the first industry that, blew up and it kickstarted the game industry. And then Nintendo came in and, because gaming was already getting popular, the arcade machines and stuff, Nintendo, it released its games, and now you have the Nintendo console, right? So you have it released its console as well, and that's how games got really popular. But I don't know if you guys know this, but Nintendo actually dates way back. So I've heard that Nintendo actually started off as a playing cards company.
Wait, really?
I
didn't know that. Whoa.
Yeah, a playing cards company. So I was reading this article. I think it was dating back to 1890. I don't really know, a playing card company. Yeah. So and then they eventually they rose to making toys, and then since Atari started off with the Pong game, arcade machines and stuff, I think they eventually got onto that. So it's actually really interesting, the history. But moving on from that, we got more games like Tetris and Snake, and I'm pretty sure we all know, we'd play on you'd search up Pac-Man and play Pac-Man on Google.
Yeah.
Or the Snake game. And
I used to play the Snake game a lot. It was one of my favorites before.
Yeah, so. I specifically remember on my grandma's Nokia phone, I would play Tetris.
I would play the Snake game on my grandma's phone. That used to be such nostalgic times. I used to play it all the time. I remember when I was 7 years old or 8, I used to play it whenever I used to go to her house. It was
oh my god,
it was amazing. Yeah.
And so that's we really like that game. Hearing from what you said, I mean, it's clear that we enjoyed those games. And basically, I was reading this article. I don't know, some English, an English teacher or English professor. Sorry, they were analyzing the origin of gaming. So basically, what they were saying is that basically, so the reason why we like the game so much is because of its simplicity. You find games like Tetris and Pong, and they're universal. Everyone knows, loads of people know about those games, right? Even if you ask your parents or maybe your grandparents, maybe they'll know the game because it was so simple that people could remember easily and play it really easy, and it could be enjoyed universally. So I think that's a really nice thing.
Yeah, I mean, 2012, 2013, like that era was such a peak for gaming, especially like gaming YouTubers and stuff. They were at their peak at that moment.
I mean, especially when loads of PC games came in then. So I think that's why that kick-started the whole industry. But let's just talk about the start for a second, because I think this is gonna be a really long, like a really deep nostalgia trip. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a trip
down. Yeah, this could be like a trip down memory lane.
Exactly. So, and then if we fast forward a little bit, we've got mobile games, right? So I remember I would play like Temple Run, like Temple Run 1, the first,
yes,
the first, but the really bad graphics quality one. Yeah, that one. I would play that on I would play that on like my dad's old Samsung phone. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, mobile games were so popular. I mean, they're still so popular. People play them all the time. Like when you always talk about mobile games, you always think of like Subway Surfers first,
exactly.
and then like you think of like other, like like those cooking games. I know.
Yes,
you all like familiar with
Diner Dash. You know, the one where you have to Diner Dash. You have to like serve everyone in time.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then you had like game Cooking Fever and stuff.
Exactly.
Peak.
Yeah, I've played all the Temple Run games. Like I played all of those running games. You know that Minion game, the Minion Run.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Where the Minion? Yeah, exactly. I can't find it anywhere. I tried to.
No, really, I think it's still there. I mean, I remember
it's still there.
Yeah.
Where I tried to like search it up and I couldn't find it. Yeah,
I think they all follow the same theme. I mean, Temple Run and Subway Surfers. I think ever since
that was amazing.
That was a separate like era. I mean, ever since I think Subway Surfers, got really popular back in like 2014. A lot of other games have been copying the same theme, and I think no matter what the game is, it's still interesting because of the main theme of the game, I think. And we don't see that a lot.
It's so simple. It's so simple, isn't it? Yeah. Simple, so I think that goes back to what I was saying about like people universally loving the game because it was so simple. And I think I'm sure like you guys have played Candy Crush before, right? I mean, I go into
everybody and their mother played Candy Crush.
And their mother and their grandmother, So
exactly.
I got into playing like those games. So I think when I like logged onto my dad's computer, I think like it was already there by default. I don't know why Windows had it by default, but like it was that. So I would just play Candy Crush like every day. And also there was another game called Sonic Dash. Have you guys heard of Sonic Dash?
Gosh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
I would like play that game like every day. Again, it's like Subway Surfers, but just Sonic themed because I like Sonic. But bro, Candy Crush, bro. Have you guys seen that one video? It was on YouTube. It's everywhere, but like there was this one video of this girl showing her grandfather. Basically, her grandfather had finished all the levels of Candy Crush, and now he has to wait like every week. He has to wait every week for like a new level to release.
Wow.
So yeah, it really shows how it dates back. Like loads of people universally loving the same thing. So
definitely.
Really nice.
Like it's such like a timeless game. I mean, every single person loves it. They've at least played it once in their lives. What about you, Shikha?
Okay, so I think these days I don't see a lot of people playing Candy Crush. I think we've drifted. I mean, ever since COVID, we've been playing a lot of Among Us and a lot of new mobile
online games. Definitely online games.
I mean, I remember back in like 2016, I used to play a lot of like online games, like cool math games. Those online Papa's games.
Yeah.
Those Papa's Pizzeria. Papa's Pizzeria.
Bro, do you guys know that game Fireboy and Water Girl?
Yes. Yeah. Fireboy and Lava Girl. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait.
Yeah. I remember that. Wait, do you all remember that site? I don't know if you all remember it. I mean, I used to play like games on it all the time. It was called like Friv or something.
Yeah, Friv. I think that's similar to cool math games.
I don't remember what site I played on, but I just wanted the game.
I used to play on it all the time. Like I was introduced to it by my brother, and then it just went on from there. I used to play it all the time back in like 2015, 2014.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Like they had so many games. It was just like 100, like I don't know, like 200.
Yeah.
But now the entire site has changed. I went back to it and I was just like, wow.
I mean, even you guys like know on the Nickelodeon website, like they would always have those games on there. I would play those as well, like every day.
Oh yeah, those Dora games. I remember.
Yeah, Dora the Explorer. Yeah. And also, so there's this thing in the UK called the BBC, British Broadcasting Company.
Yeah.
Basically, they have this sub section called CBBS. And on there, there's loads of kids shows on there, but like with every kid show, there's like a game. So that was this.
I think this is quite similar to what they have in America. I think they call it PBS there. So yeah, I looked at my cousin's like iPad this like one time last year, and then there's a whole separate app for PBS games similar to what you were just talking about. So it's games based off of shows like Teletubbies and those, like,
Teletubbies.
Yeah,
there was this one game called there's this one show called Operation Ouch. So basically it was like a Operation Ouch. No, okay, look, it's a kid show. Okay, it's about like it basically teaches kids about what happens at hospital. Anyway, there was a game. There was a game, and it was like a build your own hospital simulator. I would log on that every day and like max out everything.
Wow. I mean, these type of games have always been popular.
Exactly. And just how we were talking about how like kids shows were like converted to games. So I think that's really nice how it adds a level of interactivity to it. I mean, so actually I'm not sure if you guys know this, but like back in the day when that people first made video games, the actual definition of a video game was just like something that was projected on a screen. There was so like afterwards people changed it to like something that was interactive. So like before people would like project like I don't know, like a picture on the screen and call it a video game.
And that
but now we have that level of interactivity to it, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense because the technology has advanced and everything, and then of course. Just, like, I mean, that makes sense. Putting that label to video games as being just this one picture, and then it moves on to being interactive. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, but I still kind of do miss the era where you had to buy a console, maybe like a Game Boy or
like the Game Boys. Yeah, exactly. Burn the Game Boys. Yeah, I love that style. I love
exactly. A lot of people still, really want the same gaming experience, which is why recently I remember, coming across this like post on Instagram where they now have an emulator for these type of games, and it's
really? Okay.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I've downloaded it because I really like that interface. I really like the Game Boy interface. I mean,
it's really nice.
Memories, and the games itself are they're memorable. They're very nostalgic. Super Mario and the Kirby games, those OG.
Yeah.
Super Mario was elite. I used to play it on like my little like thing that I had with my brother. It was amazing.
I've actually
I'll go to my friend's house and play.
I've never played Super Mario Bros, but like I've seen gameplay.
Whoa,
it's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's so good.
It's amazing.
And there's huge fandoms these days, just like whole fandoms for just the Nintendo themed games. They have competitions and just streamers who like only stream Super Mario. So I think that era hasn't ended. We still have a lot of people still playing those type of games, which I think is very nice.
Yeah. I've been seeing like videos on YouTube where people actually like they actually code like games that can specifically be played on Game Boys, which is really nice. Like they're reliving the era. And especially you're talking about like the Nintendo console and stuff like that. So yeah, I think for me, I've never personally had a Nintendo console. I've always had to go to my friend's house and play. But what I did have was an Xbox. So yeah, that's how I first properly got into like actual gaming, not like online games and stuff. But like I think I don't know, maybe when I was like 7 or 8. I don't really remember. But I got like I got an Xbox One, not an Xbox 360. I
Xbox
never.
One. I think Xbox One is like a little newer than the Xbox 360.
Actually, yeah.
Xbox
But if you have an
360.
Xbox
I
360,
had an
it's like
Xbox
wow.
360 and it's so bad right
Wow.
now. It's in such bad condition right now. The graphics are so bad. But I mean, it still somehow runs FIFA 20. I'm still surprised.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
FIFA 20,
That's
and I
good.
think
And
I have, GTA. I mean, you can still play those console games, but the games I personally like that I still play, are the Kinect series. So it's basically like a Nintendo Wii, right? But you don't use the
Yeah.
it's with your hands. So you have all those like sport games, like OG Kinect sport games. I'm not sure if you know. I mean, it's a pretty popular franchise.
I've heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just use your hands to control the game. There's no controller, there's no joystick. You just use your hands. So I think that was like
Oh,
one of my
okay.
first gaming experiences, like an actual game.
Wow. My
Interesting.
first proper gaming experience was as I said, on my Xbox One. I played Minecraft. So that was my first one back when it was super old back then. I mean it still works, my Xbox One still works perfectly right now. Like but then I'd also play like I'm not sure if you heard Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
I'd play that racing game as well.
Yeah, even PlayStations I think are still very popular. I see a lot of people playing Tekken these days. Yeah, a lot of people play like Fortnite on their PlayStation. I mean, I don't, but like it's pretty popular. PlayStations, Xbox, and all these console games have been very popular. But I feel like not a lot of us have been able to afford the same type of gaming experience, because a PlayStation is very expensive. Even an Xbox 360 at the time when I bought it was very expensive. Not a lot of us have been able to afford the same type of game experience, because these consoles are very expensive, which is why
Expensive.
I think a lot of us have been playing games such as PC games like Roblox, Valorant.
Yes. Yes.
Personally, my favorite type of games.
Especially with the online games, actually. Like for example, on an Xbox I think you have to pay for, like, you have to get a
Gold,
game pass.
yeah.
You have to get Xbox Gold, and I was like, no, I'm not. So as you're saying, that's how I got introduced to Roblox.
Yeah, I remember
My
Roblox
first
was
game was when I played like Minecraft. And I used to like build stuff. But then after that, I like never played it again. So I probably should. It's fun.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Minecraft installed. I still have to install my iPad. I paid 700 for it, and I still don't play it because I can't play it now. So
It's on your iPad, bro.
Yeah, I'm on my iPad. So I'm like, it's just been there for like the past 5 years. I haven't even touched it.
I mean, it's the most iconic game that there is, but people are now leaning towards
It's a very
Fortnite and stuff.
I feel like Fortnite has died down these days. A lot of
that was like so popular in like fifth grade, no, sixth grade.
The Fortnite emotes and everything, I feel like really contributed to the rise in Fortnite. Exactly, the crossing and the hike downs and Orange Justice, whatever. You saw people do that. Give them such a big effect on all of us. We were acting out IRL as well.
Yeah, that was certainly something. Yeah. And okay. So as we were saying, we were talking about how we got onto like an equal playing experience. So as you're saying, like Roblox and Valorant. But I think for me the most memorable will always be Roblox. I'm not sure about you guys, but I think I started playing Roblox when there were like guests. So I don't know if you guys were there during that time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, the guests, I'd play like Roblox in high school or something.
Yeah, I had a Roblox account in 2016, same. I was a guest, I never made an account.
Bro, I have like 1,000 like Roblox accounts, bro. I can't keep track of any of them.
So talking about Roblox guests and all that, I remember, the OG avatar, like the completely black outfits. I still remember. I have screenshots, and you were talking about how
you have screenshots.
Yeah, I have screenshots. Yeah,
send the screenshots.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the lavender hair. Wait, do this? Yeah,
they still have it. I had the blonde ponytail with like the blonde ponytail with the necklace, like this like weird necklace.
Yeah, no, back then, so I don't know if you know about this, but do you remember when they had Pokemon Brick Bronze?
Yeah, I
in
remember.
Roblox?
Yeah.
You something happened to it, right? Like
Yeah, I don't
didn't
think
it, like yeah, I think it got like they had to take it off or something because yeah. So I used to play that game a lot, and then of course it got taken away. So yeah.
Yeah. I think that was probably because like a copyright thing because
Yeah.
with their yeah. So yeah, I remember playing the game too when I was in like fourth grade, and I remember playing other games like Jailbreak. Jailbreak was like pretty popular.
Jailbreak.
Yeah, I remember going.
Yeah, I remember
Disaster
Jailbreak.
Survival.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
true
call
disaster
on
survival.
Discord with my friends playing Jailbreak, playing Royal High. Sometimes we used to troll on the
Royal High. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Bro, I haven't, bro. I've never actually played it before. Like I joined and then I got really confused and then I left because I had no idea what was
It's
happening.
a very complex game, I think. But yeah, Royal High and Robloxian High, Meep City.
Bro, Robloxian High is the OG. Yeah, that was definitely something. And I want to go back to like the Pokemon Brick Bronze thing. Did you guys ever play Pokemon Go? Like I used to play that thing all the time. Like through our neighborhood, we would just like run around in our neighborhood, like trying to catch Pokemon. Yeah, that was a good time.
Pokemon was peak. Like everybody used to play Pokemon, like just find the Pokemon and all that.
Yeah, and the Pokemon cards and stuff as well, obviously. Yeah.
Pokemon cards were huge. I mean, if they were fake, like I don't know if there's an actual game. Like I don't know how it works, but I know Pokemon cards and like trading was such a big thing, and I think Pokemon cards are still valued at like very high prices. You could buy.
Yeah, no, you still have YouTubers unboxing like these massive packs of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, and they're like $1,000 depending on the card's rarity. So I mean, yeah, it's a good investment. I think buying cards.
Exactly, and I think it just shows how much like a franchise can spread out and really be recognized across the world, from the shows and its games and now cards and stuff like that. I think that's a really interesting thing to me.
Pokemon cards were like such a popular thing back then, and especially like the rarity and like what Shikhar was saying. I mean, everybody used to play it, everybody used to collect it. I even saw some people like gambling with Pokemon cards.
Gambling, bro. Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, I actually don't know where my Pokemon cards went. But and also like the McDonald's Happy Meal cards as well.
Oh my gosh!
They had it in McDonald's Happy Meals. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, they did. Wait, when was that?
At some point, bro. I don't remember.
I don't think.
At some point.
I don't think it was in India. I think maybe abroad. I mean,
okay. When I was in the UK, we had it. Yeah.
Wait, do you all remember that one game, that granny game? I mean, I used to see gameplay of it all the time.
And the neighbor thing, I don't know.
Hello neighbor.
Hello neighbor, yeah. Like such big mobile games, I think. Everyone was playing it. I've seen a lot of memes as well.
And I've seen a lot of game theories as well on that.
So much lore. I've seen lore for Subway Surfers, lore for
Subway Surfers.
Yeah, actually, there's like this.
Really?
Yeah, there's an art. There's this like playlist on YouTube. It's just lore. about, like,
yeah. I've seen the. Wait, doesn't Subway Surfers have like those episodes?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, Trixie, that trick. Wait, the character with the beanie, the girl.
The glasses,
isn't she does like ballet or something, and then she had to like run away because she didn't want to attend ballet class. That was good. And also I think we've been talking a lot about like online games, so about like Roblox and stuff especially. And well, I think from that, like I used to play after I got introduced to Roblox, I would play was like online games and stuff. So I think the social aspect added to games, like the chat, voice chat and everything. I got really into that, and I think especially that was like elevated during COVID. Especially
the Among Us phase was something that everybody went through. Like that was the only game that people used to play. I think that's the one game that I was addicted to, and I was like, I'm not usually a person who plays a lot of games. So Among Us was that one game I used to like play diligently with like friends every single day.
Yeah, I would like
era
voice call. Yeah, I would be on like Discord with my friends and we'd be playing Among Us. Yeah.
Yeah. I miss when, we used to like share the codes on like call and everything. I mean, that was a very nostalgic.
Yeah, I used to do that on like Google Meet, like not
Same.
even Discord.
Yeah.
Google Meet. Yeah.
Even like Google Meet events, like where I'd be meeting my friends or like maybe my cousins, we'd all be like gathered in our own circle and like just playing Among Us with all of the I read. Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch YouTubers play it as well, but like it was really it was way faster playing it.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I don't know what's happening now with Among Us. Like it's gotten way like more complex. I think they've added like a
new thing. Yeah, I think it's still active, but like obviously there's been a downfall in the number of players because
there's like 5-year-olds playing.
Yeah, there's really 5-year-olds. I mean, I remember going on Among Us like right after my boards because I don't know, I was like bored. So I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of people playing Among Us, but it isn't as popular as it was back in COVID, I think.
I mean, I stopped playing Among Us in like 2020, so I don't even remember. I don't even know what's new in Among Us at this point.
Yeah, they added like a scientist role or something. I have no idea.
There's
like a scientist and there's like a guardian angel. Yeah,
wow.
I don't know. It's insane. Yeah,
that. I mean, streamers are stopped playing Among Us and they're, resorting to, streaming other content. So I think that's probably why Among Us isn't as popular as it was. But I mean, coming back to streaming, I mean, I remember streaming. I used to stream Among Us and like Adopt Me on Twitch as a 4th grader. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I used to stream Among Us. Sometimes Genshin Impact too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Genshin. Tell me more about Genshin actually, because like I've never actually played it.
Me neither. I just know like it exists.
Okay. So I mean, Genshin Impact is an RPG game. It takes a lot of inspiration from the anime style. And I think it has like a really good storyline. I think, and the game experience overall, like you'll have to go on quests, on missions, and the characters as well. They are like very the designs are like very it's a very nice game. It's a very aesthetic game. I think the game is huge. It's like it's the updates are like 15
the storage. I tried to download it once and well, let's just say it didn't fit on my computer.
Exactly. It took me like an entire day just to install the game, and the updates alone take about like 4 hours each.
It's on phone though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's available on mobile phone too. I mean, I downloaded it, but like it's huge still, even on your iPad or your iPhone. It's
fair enough.
Yeah, so I mean, I stopped playing it because I didn't have space on my like old HP laptop. But I mean, overall, it was a nice game. Yeah,
I think especially during that COVID era, loads of games released. Wait, I just want to clarify. Was it Animal Crossing New Horizons?
Yeah, New Horizons.
Yeah, New Horizons.
Yeah, that's how I got into Animal Crossing as well. Like it's such a aesthetically pleasing game. Like all the cute little characters and everything. Have you heard of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp? Actually, it's a beautiful game. Yeah. So I think with things again, this leads back to Nintendo. It's really aesthetically pleasing, which I really like about games personally. And I think I saw loads of YouTubers play it. That's how I really got into it. So yeah, I think the reason why I got into like all of these games is like because of YouTube probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I would watch like Dan TDM play like Minecraft, like play Minecraft mini games, and that's how I was like, oh, I want to play multiplayer as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I relate to that a lot actually, because I remember I used to watch a lot of YouTube streamers. I think I used to watch, mostly they were all Roblox streamers. Like I used to watch Flamingo and
Flamingo
and Craycraft. I don't know, my friends were watching it, so I was like, I need to get on that same track as well. So I used to watch a lot of YouTube streams, and I think that's why I got into Roblox. I got into Roblox because of Cookies Will See. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I mean, YouTube streamers have played like a big role, I think, when it comes to promoting games. I mean, it's
Definitely,
we
It
find
links
everything
back
off
to
of
our
it.
last episode, actually.
Exactly,
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media.
Yeah.
It plays such a big role, I think. And I mean, these games are actually like by themselves, they are good by themselves.
Really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
And I think,
pretty interactive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this relates to when you're talking about how no, it's gaming is not actually accessible to everyone. If you think about it, like for example, you said like the PlayStation was really expensive, and like if you wanted to play games on that, wow, that would be a lot of money. So yeah, I think when you're talking about like free games like Roblox and Valorant and stuff, and then we go on to talk about YouTube. I think the reason I actually started watching like on YouTube was because like I didn't have the game myself. So I would be like watching
Yeah.
on YouTube.
So then
So
just
like
watching like gameplays and stuff. Yeah. That makes
yeah, so I think that links back to the whole like now with social media and gaming together, you can actually like everyone can experience what you're experiencing,
Exactly.
which is nice.
I think, I mean, I agree, but I mean, recently I've been seeing a lot of mobile games, and they use social media as a means of like promotion and everything. But
Yeah,
you
definitely.
see, I mean, I mean, I don't know what, I mean, yeah, you've probably seen these ads like these brain rot games. It's all the same.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think they use social media. You see these ads a lot, even on YouTube. They're so annoying because again, this is very similar to the point you mentioned about the anger creates engagement thing. So these a common theme
Yeah.
within all of these ads is that they purposely they suck. Okay, the people playing the bot playing the game in the ad, they suck on purpose. So that creates anger in the audience, and they install
And
the
then
app
they're
because
eventually gonna eventually download the game. Yeah. Because like
Exactly.
And then
it's
they're like,
infuriating.
only 1% can pass this level. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Oh my
can we do it? Yeah.
it pisses you off so much
my-
that you just go and install.
Have you seen those Gardenscape ads? There's like
Yeah,
a whole
that's what I'm
Oh
talking
my
about.
gosh,
Yeah.
that keeps on coming up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that granny, the granny and like her whole backstory. It's on YouTube, I think. Yeah, I saw
I've
it.
seen that so many times. It's
Exactly.
getting so annoying now.
It's very annoying because these ads are not at all similar to what the game is actually about. Like it's completely clickbait, I think, because
Definitely, yeah.
it's all the same type of ads. Like you see that it's like this girl is like cold, so like what do you do? Like pick this option. Like do you want to give her like a
Yes. Oh my god.
blanket, or do you want to like literally like burn her house or something? Yeah.
Oh my
And
gosh.
that's not what the game is about. The game is like this Candy Crush bootleg version of like Candy Crush. That's
Exactly.
It's all
Yeah.
clickbait to like lure.
I
the
wasted so
actual
much
players.
storage. I wasted so much storage on
exactly,
those.
yeah. Just to look at the
stupid
app and
games.
then just see the game, and it's not what you expected. So I'm like, okay, I'm deleting this. This is not what I wanted.
Definitely. Like,
This is
and
not
then
what
they
I
still get the amount of downloads that they want because it's the same thing. They're just like, oh yeah, they attract you with this one thing that's like clickbait, and then you're done.
Yeah, like half the games are all like bootleg versions of like Temple Run, Candy Crush.
Yeah.
And
They're all
all
copying
of
each
those
other.
things.
I mean,
So I think that's why that's personally why I didn't go to the mobile game side for quite a while. I switched to PC because I think you have more variety with PC games, in my opinion. There are so many there's so many genres of games actually. Like you have like storytelling games, you have RPGs, you have action and action and storytelling and horror games. I mean, I remember I love playing horror games personally, and I would play a lot of those. So yeah, I think there's a bit more variety on PC, and
Yeah, definitely.
I used to see a lot of gameplay for like horror games more than like playing it. I just see gameplays because those were pretty interesting in itself.
And
I remember,
I personally think like horror games are generally scarier than horror movies. So I would
yes,
yeah, because you're having to like experience it in first person point of view. So I mean, you don't know what's coming.
Some games are amazing at building that atmosphere. Actually.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
I think.
You have like really good games. I mean, yeah, same. What Mukti said, I still watch a lot of Twitch streamers play a lot of horror games. Like that's literally the only thing I see these days. So it's so much more fun looking at people playing horror games rather than watching like
It's
Conjuring.
fun looking at the reactions.
Yeah, it's fun to look at the reactions.
Yes, it's just so much fun because like you're seeing your first
Exactly.
person perspective. Like
Yeah.
as you
Yeah,
said, yeah.
I believe I got into horror games during COVID actually. I think there was this one horror game that came out during COVID. I think it was called Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I know.
I think
Oh.
it was a ghost hunting game,
Yeah.
right? So you'd be on call in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and so you'd do like ghost hunting, and you'd have to like provoke the ghost and everything. So yeah,
Whoa.
that's how I really got into horror. Yeah, it was a really good
Yeah,
game.
I remember Poppy's Playtime, another horror game.
Yeah, bro, that's
I've heard of
still
them,
like
yeah.
that's still hot
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah, it's very popular. Like I see a lot of streamers on YouTube play the game. I personally never played the game, but it seems it's an interesting game. There's a lot of jump scares. I think this genre of games are very interesting by themselves.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
makes them like so interactive. Like because you can just play them and it's much better than movies. So you just play these type of games.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's what we're the main thing here, like the interactivity. I mean, even if you're just watching it, like I think the idea of being first person during horror games, when you're in that perspective, you feel like the whole environment, and I think it's scarier.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think also we're talking about separate genres now, actually. So we were just talking about horror right now, but I want to go on to like the rise of like first person shooter games. So yeah, so actually I would I'm sure you guys have heard of like PUBG and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I mean I personally haven't actually played it, but I remember the first person shooter game I'd play was on Roblox.
Oh,
In my
same.
I'd play like Arsenal or something.
Same.
Yeah, Arsenal or like those paintball games.
Yeah.
I think I did download Valorant, but I haven't actually like played it. I have an account, but I haven't played it.
I mean,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
same. I have it downloaded on my HP laptop, but I've never played it because again, the storage it's a very big game, I think. But I mean, yeah, I want to get back to Arsenal actually. I remember like playing Arsenal with a lot of my friends. I made like this. I spent actual money on creating my own private server on Roblox.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I spent actual money. That's how addicted to Roblox I was at the time. Like I spent like Robux.
Wow.
I had to buy with cash, like with actual money. So I mean, yeah, I was really addicted to Arsenal and just Roblox in general at the time.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. And I
Sushi,
think, yeah.
Susheni was like talking about PUBG and stuff. I mean, PUBG has become pretty popular. I mean, isn't it banned in India now? Like, wasn't it so popular that it became banned or something?
I think it's banned.
I think it was.
Yeah. I think the reason it was banned because I mean it provoked. That's what I've heard. Like apparently, it provoked actual, people actually, using
Violent behavior.
Yeah,
violent
violent behavior. So I think that's why
that's a lot of the things with video games actually. Like you see, if you give some video games to like children who are a bit too young or like who don't really know what's like right and wrong. Yeah, like if you show them all of those like guns and shooting and stuff, it actually promotes that violent behavior. So yeah, that's one caution that comes with the gaming industry. Yeah, so then again, it shows how it affects us mentally as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I wanted to go back into the topic of like Roblox and stuff. So I think basically they're adding new levels of interactivity to certain games. So I think in Roblox they added like the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can record your facial movements now.
Really?
And
wow.
Yeah, haven't you seen basically like with the if you have a face on your avatar, like based on your expression, like your facial expression, it will change the facial expression on your avatar.
Really?
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, that's I don't let it use my camera. No. Yeah. Sometimes it asks for your camera. Yeah, that's what it's for.
Yeah, that's pretty scary, I think. I mean, Roblox has pretty recently, started. I think they've announced voice chat, and you can like talk to people now on Roblox. That wasn't the case 5 years ago. Which makes the platform much more scarier. they claim that only if you're like above like a certain age, like you need to be 13.
Yeah, you have to show like proper
Yeah,
identification
you'll
if you
have
want
to
to be
take
on voice
pictures.
chat.
Yeah, but still, like I see a lot of
Whoa, actually?
very young people. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to send like a picture. You have on the if you're on Roblox and you want to apply for voice chat, you have to send like a actual identification of your age.
yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
I did not know that.
It's definitely
It shows how
Whoa.
it's crazy. Yeah, and it shows how like even how if we're having fun like playing games, like sometimes it can be dangerous. Like
exactly.
yeah. I don't know if I should actually be talking about this, but basically I'm not gonna go into detail, but I think this came with Fortnite actually. Yeah, there was like cases of kids being provoked with V-Bucks and stuff. So yeah, I think with like
Oh my.
more and more kids being like addicted to like
Exposed,
games,
yeah.
yeah. So and especially with like in-game currencies as well.
Yeah.
So you find people being more and more desperate for that, and I think that's quite scary.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think same thing, like Roblox has its own in-game currency called Robux, and personally I've heard of this like one story that this one girl spent $3,000 on Robux without her mom. She
What?
literally stole her mom's credit
Wait,
card.
I saw the same story but with Genshin Impact.
Really?
Yeah. Someone spent like I don't remember how much, but like so much money on that game, and like their dad didn't know.
It's
So,
That's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it shows how addicted some of us are to social media, where we're
Yeah.
willing to go to the extent to spend actual money in the game for these
Actual money.
micro payments.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean sucks
Yeah.
honestly, but I mean if you're
It shows how like addictive these like games and these platforms are for us, because even little kids are getting influenced by these games and then
That's
buying
why you
in-game
definitely
currency.
shouldn't be. Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be exposing little kids to,
exactly.
Yeah.
online
Like-
online games, especially. You shouldn't like. I think if you're gonna expose them to a game, maybe don't do something that's like online or has like an in-game currency. I mean, I think this is the age for kids to be playing board games, not actual video
Yeah.
games. But yeah,
I mean, board games were like a whole different thing. Board
They're
games
a
were
whole
just
different thing.
amazing. Yeah. They were amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, what were your favorite? What were your favorite ones, guys?
Monopoly.
Yeah, Monopoly.
Monopoly.
It's never ending, but I love it. Yeah, business.
I
Bro,
got-
that's like
That's OG, bro. That business is the better version of Monopoly.
No,
Exactly.
it's not. No, it's
Oh,
not.
wow.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, I
so like
think
Monopoly,
business was
snakes and
Yeah.
ladders, Ludo,
Snakes and ladders. Yeah.
Scrabble.
I
Have
used
you
to
guys
play-
played Scrabble before?
Yeah.
Yes, I used to
Yeah.
Scrabble like all the time with my neighbors and stuff. It was so fun, so fun.
Yeah.
And then you used to get like those like 3 points in a row and all that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I also used to play this. I used to play this game called like Cluedo. Do y'all know that? Do you
Cluedo?
remember that?
Cluedo.
Cluedo.
What's
Cluedo?
I'm not familiar with Cluedo.
You know how to Cluedo?
No.
It's like
No.
this, it's like this game. It was super fun.
Is it a
was
detective
like,
thingy?
yeah, it was the detective thing. Yeah,
Oh,
like, you
okay.
have to
Yeah, I think I
find-
played it once.
the killer
Yeah.
and all that. I used to play that all the time.
Oh,
Like,
that's like
it was-
murder
it was, like-
mystery on Roblox.
It's literally like
Yeah.
a murder mystery game. Yeah,
Exactly.
it was so
yeah.
fun. Oh wow! I
Yeah.
just realized it was made in 1943. That's wild.
Real?
Okay.
Whoa, that's oh my gosh.
1943. Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. That shows
That's-
how much
That's a
it's been
long
passed
time
down.
ago.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about so like there's been so much interactivity with games nowadays, and we can see how like we slowly got through the transition of board games to actual mobile games. And I wanted to talk about like the levels of interactivity. So like as I was talking about, you have like facial recognition now and stuff. And
Yeah.
we've been slowly transitioning to VR actually. I'll give Roblox as another example. You have VR in Roblox, and you also have VR. I think VR chat. Yeah,
VR chat?
VR chat. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Really? Okay,
Wow.
so basically, like, if you have a VR, you can like. I think is it based on Meta?
I'm not maybe, yeah, Meta. It's kind of like Omegle, I think, right? Like you just
Oh my
No,
god.
but it's in VR.
it's on
It's in
VR,
VR.
yeah.
Yeah. So you just sort of like meet up with people, but like on VR,
Yeah.
online. Yeah.
That's interesting. I've not seen that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I've seen like these challenges on YouTube where people stay like 24 hours on VR chat. It's kind of horrifying, but
Mm.
and actually but it's actually amazing how interactive games have become. So there's actually this one game that you play with your eyes. So
What?
Yeah.
so what it does so it's called Before Your Eyes, I think. So if you blink, it like the game advances. So I think
That's so cool.
it's a really
Whoa.
nice game actually. It's really like the story it tells is really nice, especially with the eyes. And I think there's probably other games that use your
Yeah.
eyes as well.
I've heard of this before. I've heard of games that use speech. Like if you want your character to move forward, you just you just speak it in the brain.
Have you guys heard of that one game where you have to like that you have to convince NPCs to like let them into your house?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I actually saw that.
Yeah.
It's like just before before coming on the podcast. I think it was on Professor or something. Some guy on YouTube. You're basically like a vampire, right? And you're people will come inside and like suck their blood.
Like you have to talk to
Whoa.
them.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
actually
the one thing I like about the game is that the characters. This is an AI generated game. Actually, it wasn't generated.
Yeah.
So I mean, this shows how AI has progressed. Like it's literally creating games for us. That's insane. I think.
Yeah, bro. That I really like the idea of that game. Like you're actually talking, you're actually trying to convince them, and like it would like take into account like your language and stuff. And I think that was really cool. And yeah, there's loads of games that actually use voice and voice recognition to play. Especially horror games. Actually, there's this one horror game that like if you scream too loud, you die. So you have to start again.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That okay.
It's a scary game too. It's really hard. It's quite hard to play because
that must be pretty hard to beat. I mean, you have to restart every time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think with the level of interactivity games have nowadays, like it definitely shows how we're advancing more and more into the future. Actually, I saw, I don't remember, I think it was a few years ago actually, like 2 years ago, I saw this article, and basically it was about like being able to make like paralyzed people, like making sure that they can play games as well. So I think it would take into account like their brain waves and stuff. So like they'd be able to think, like if they when they were thinking, they'd be able to play the game. Like
so cool.
Yeah, so they could control the game with their mind. So I think it shows how we're really advancing into the future with this industry.
Yeah, I mean, we've been using AI a lot in these games, especially with Meta and Apple's new Vision Pro.
Apple
Vision Pro.
Yeah, Apple Vision Pro.
It's very expensive, but still, the experience overall, like if you look at videos, it's insane. So I mean, having that sense of gameplay, just having everything, like you are the sense of just having that presence of it's a whole other level. Okay, so I think it's very interesting to delve into that. It's a very nice platform, I guess.
Yeah, that's a great point. Like the level of interactivity, that's really what's put us in, like being able to actually interact with things. That was like the main concept of a video game. So that has really brought us really far, not just interacting with your hands, but also interacting with like your face and like stuff like that. So I think that really, once again, it shows how we've really advanced with things, just how it went from playing like a snake Tetris on like your mom's, like on like your grandma's Nokia phone, to playing like Clash Royale or like Roblox or like Valorant.
And
it all comes back to like the interactivity of video games in itself. So like as you go on,
all back
like,
to the
technology
definition.
production. All back to the definition. It's all about interactivity.
Okay, so thank you for listening to episode 3 of Cook. We hope you like it. Please let us know anything you want us to talk about in the future. Thank you for listening, and bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.